Chapter 16. Rebellion against the void. There's a silence that comes with losing yourself. It's not the peaceful kind. It's the loud, buzzing kind of silence that follows you around like a shadow. And if you've ever sat in too long, you know it feels like suffocating. That silence is the void. The hollow space between who you used to be and the person you haven't yet discovered. It's the empty stage after the curtains fall and before the new act begins. And for most of us, it's unbearable. So what do? We rebel against it. Some people rebel by rushing into relationships they know aren't right just to feel wanted. Others fill the space with noise, constant TV, endless scrolling, back-to-back outings, never a moment alone with their own thoughts. Some turn to substances or shopping or working until midnight. Anything to keep from hearing that nagging question, who am I now? I've done my own version of rebellion. There was a season I kept saying yes to everything. Invitations, projects, requests, because the idea of sitting with myself was terrifying. If I kept moving, maybe I wouldn't have to admit I was lost. But all that motion just left me more exhausted, more disconnected, and more hollow. The truth is, the void is not the enemy. It's the pause before the rebirth. But identity grief convinces you the void will swallow you if you sit with it. So you run, distract, rebel. I remember the night I finally stopped running. I had filled my week so full that by Friday I collapsed onto my couch. Phone buzzing with notifications I couldn't answer. Tears came hot and fast. I felt God whisper, "Be still, I am in the silence too." That was the first time I realized the void is not punishment, it's invitation. It's God's way of stripping away the noise so you can actually hear yourself again. So instead of rebelling, I started practicing presence. I gave myself 10 minutes each morning with no phone, no music, no distractions. Just me, my journal, and my raw thoughts. At first, it was messy. Anger, confusion, sadness spilled out. But over time, the stillness became less terrifying. I began to hear things I had been drowning out. The soft stirrings of my new dreams, the quiet reassurance of God's voice, the whispers of who I was becoming. Now when the void shows up, I don't fight it. I lean into it because I've learned that's where transformation happens. You can't build a new identity on a foundation of constant distraction. You have to let the silence strip you bare before you can clothe yourself again. Of course, rebellion against the void is natural, but rest in the void, that's holy. Every time you choose rest instead of rebellion, you move one step closer to meeting the new you waiting on the other side.